Hey, how are we going to measure success? They say if you can't measure something, you can't improve it or something. Okay, so what's our yardstick for measuring success? Now, for me, the fact that it's, I don't know what day it is, Friday, and 4 o'clock, I think it's 4, something like that, 4:30, and I'm in the woods working on my course out here with Pepper, who is, speaking of success, he found a log to chew on. His eyes, he's successful. There's even like a frog patch. I don't know the word in English. Kicker drill is the Dutch word. It's like a patch of frog eggs. We're just at the top of our game here. I mean, Pepper's just like, this is it. I don't think it gets any better. There's ducks over there. I mean, why, why try to improve? Why measure? Couldn't we have more ducks? Couldn't we get some more frogs? Couldn't I find a juicier log to chew on? I guess so. You know, he doesn't really look too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it. So success, it's a. I was gonna say it's a tough one. I don't know. It's not tough for me anymore. This is success. My success is the fact that I'm sitting here outdoors, quote working, unquote, and hoping to bring you along on the journey, for lack of a better word. I don't love the word journey. I mean experience. Or, oh, sorry, that's that logger. If you chew on logs, so what is it? All right, let's get over the basic stuff, right? Money follows likes, stardom. So what are most of those things are doing are seeing your actions, your work in the eyes of others. Do you want to ask him how much he cares, how much I think he's got the best log or not? I mean, he's not even looking up from his log. He doesn't care in the slightest. So I realize that here I am, I've written 14 books, and for me, it's easy now, and it's partly why I'm here helping you do it. But I'm beyond I need to sell 1 million copies. Oh, I need to make $1 million, and I need fame and fortune. I don't know. I mean, for me, sure, that's fun, but it's not why I did it to begin with, and it's not what keeps me going. And I think that's sort of the heart of, for example, my every single day philosophy of doing something that I like doing and I do want to get better at. Uh, but it's this perpetual circle of I like doing it and I want to get better at it. Because I like doing it, I get better at it, and because I'm better at it, I like doing it even more. So I'm not saying, speaking of success, I'm also not saying that we need this to be that you become a full-time writer, that you become a career author. In fact, that's super low on my agenda for this experience, for this workshop. Here we go, here's success. Let me just lay it out. I want you to begin, write, and finish a book in the month. I'm calling it 6 weeks, got a week on either end. So call it in a month. I want you to have a book. Here's your book. Here's your book. Here's your book. See, this thing you can hold up. We can make a paperback version if you like. And that's for me a success. Now, again, there are these side effects, these benefits that I see of the entire process and this is the part that I have more trouble explaining because it's sort of, you need to do it to understand it. But for me right now, I'm working with my niece Taylor, and I'm looking forward to working with my niece Maddie. But right now, I have talked more with my niece in the past month than I have in the past years, because we have this project together. We have a project we are working on together, cooperating, And she's really liking it. I'm liking it too. And I get to see a whole different side of her that I didn't know, her creative side, her productive side. And she's my niece. She's family. I want to get to know her better. And of course, we see each other at holidays, and that's all great. But this is taking it to another level. This is taking it to another angle. So this is really the core of what I see Spark doing. And I know we're supposed to write books. I get it. I say I get it as if I'm trying to understand it. I created the thing. I want to create a relationship. Wow, that's what I want. So for me, success is improving that relationship or deepening that relationship with that other person, right? That we're doing this with. And by deepening, notice did I say improve? I might have said improve. I don't necessarily mean that it needs to be, joyous and perfect and loving and blah. It's it's experience. Have you ever noticed? Like I used to have friends. I think when I was working a corporate job in Amsterdam a gazillion years ago, and I had friends I called like my dinner party friends, and all we did would have dinner together. All we did would be to have dinner together, and that was our existence. That was the not only like the meat of our relationship, it was our only relationship. It was all we had, and so I didn't know them anymore on any sort of deeper level. Then there's so if you go on a weekend with somebody, you go away and you have to deal with things that are beyond just dinner. Like dinner, what can go wrong? I don't know, your dinner's burned or something, or I don't know, you spill something on the rug. But when you have a weekend or a week or a month together and you have to accomplish something together, I mean, this sounds like, I guess I'm sounding like the office, the workplace, but that's fine. You have to do something to create something to even better finish something together with somebody else. You are going to have a different relationship with that person. And you are going to see sides of each other that you have potentially never seen, or maybe have seen, but are now going to deepen. And that's my goal. And then secondary to that is because we're creating this thing, we have a thing, we finish, a book, right? Then a year down the road, even 10 years down the road, I want it to be something to look back on and say, remember when we did that thing? And then, I mean, worst case scenario is you did that thing and you never did anything else. And then a year later, at least you could look back and say, we did that thing together. Whereas if you did nothing all year, nothing, didn't do this, and you didn't do anything, then you look back and you think, yeah, Thanksgiving was nice. I talked to my niece. I asked her to pass the gravy. There we go. So for me, this is experience outside of our regular relationship. Now, I know I started talking about success, but I hope you follow me that for me is success. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking to gain, to make better, to improve, to maybe to even like sprout. Maybe you didn't have a relationship with this person and now you will. So one other point on the success, and it's sort of related to the timeline thing and the what we did a year ago. But what I really enjoy, and I don't know if this is exactly success, but I like that this is the thing that we did at that point in our lives. So in the spring of 2019, Taylor and I did that book on the eye mask and the sleeping. Now, maybe in a year, maybe in 5 years, maybe we do another thing. I mean, for me, I'm a writer. I'll do a book. I don't know. And so imagine that what you do with the 17-year-old and then what you do with the 22-year-old. I mean, imagine what those different books might be like, or the different painting, or the different song, or the different whatever it is you're creating. I do see this whole spark going beyond just books. But for now, books, and back that one up even more, right? 17, back up 5 years, 12. So imagine the book you did together with the 12-year-old niece, and then the book you did together with 17-year-old niece, and then the 22-year-old niece. I mean, now we're having fun, right? Look at, and then you compare those over 10 years. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I just, I don't know. That's what it is for me. It's that creation, it's that co-creation, and something to look back on, something to be proud of, to give you some meaning. Meaning in something you created and in something you created together. That's spark for me. And that's success. You notice we haven't talked numbers or dollars or followers or fans or likes or stars or reviews or it's all good, but it's not what I'm after. Improve, enhance, open up the relationship to something potentially unexpected because maybe you haven't had a relationship like this with this person. How's that? Expecting dollars? No, no, we can make some dollars too. But those are all just like side effects. That's spark for me. What is it for you before you start? Think about what it is. Share it with me. I'd love to hear it. All right, we're moving on. I probably got things to do. Pepper's moved on from his log. Down to the frogs. Success depends on how you define it.